the bay, and she actually sits there for 6 months, and then eventually a company called Mercer Fraser, they have to come out and build a separate trestle around the locomotive. Using some cranes, they picked her out of the bay, eventually put it back into service. She got transferred to the Stockton Terminal and Eastern Railroad, and then eventually the California State Railroad Museum. The final act of the story is, in 2010, she was donated back to THA, and now you can go see her in our machine shop.
Hey, you're really gonna piss off the guy that works on this thing. Oh, wait, right now? Are you gonna do it? Wait, could you let him out and take a picture? Oh, careful.
Back up with these stuff.
A little further.
And away we go.
All right, folks, now we're gonna roll back towards Samoa.
The thing always sounds like some type of air valve to me.
So once this railroad became the Northwestern Pacific Railroad in 1907, the actual main line that runs all the way to Willits was incorporated as a joint venture between Santa Fe and Southern Pacific. And the Northwestern Pacific came to existence from 07 until 1914 when it was completed at a spot called Cane Rock, just north of Alder Point. So October 23rd, 1914, the Northwestern Pacific Railroad was completed, and you can ride a passenger train from Eureka all the way down to San Francisco. Now, one interesting thing to note is that roughly milepost 300.5, which is the Samoa post office, milepost 300.5 counts around the bay to milepost 284, which is Eureka. So it's 16 rail miles from here to Eureka, and we're hoping that one day that will be the Humboldt Bay Scenic Railroad. We want to do a scenic excursion train that would allow for tourists and locals alike to enjoy the beautiful bay and also the heritage of timber and railroad history from our region.
Mach 5.
So THA is a 100% volunteer operation. One of the things we're super proud of, earlier this year we actually purchased the Samoa Shops Complex. So we are a local historical organization that now owns 8.5 acres and a bunch of historic buildings. And all of those would have actually pretty much been lost if it wasn't for the efforts of our volunteers over the last 15 years. So the next huge task that we need to figure out is we want to save the railroad from out here in Samoa all the way to Eureka for use for the speeders in perpetuity and then eventually the Humboldt Bay Scenic Railroad. So if you feel so inclined, please reach out to your supervisors, your local politicians, maybe even reach out to Mike McGuire and tell them that you want to have rail with trail around the bay. We sure would appreciate it. Alright folks, thanks so much for riding with us. Please remain seated until we hear the final horn blast indicating brakes are set. Engineer Bernie's going to take us in here. Please tell people about us. Tell them that you want the speeders to keep going. Thanks.